Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 16 of this Let's Play Civilization 5 as Venice. And as usual, we will be talking about some Civ 6 stuff as well. In the last episode, we finally took Mecca, which cost us a lot, to be honest. I mean, we lost most of our frigates, a good number of our privateers, and also a number of our land forces as well. But it did fall. Like, the biggest city in the world, I would hope. Yeah, easily. Wow, Greece is tiny. Portugal's not that much bigger. They're a bit bigger. So yeah, that was successfully done, which was good. And I've just realised we are still at war with their city-states, so we're just going to make peace with them all. Just click through them real quick. Peace, peace, peace. And we're also going to go through this list because I've just noticed that there are a couple of people who are looking for money to complete their projects. Now, we want basically anyone that gives happiness. And happiness is mercantile, I want to say. If you hover over this, a befriended mercantile city-state will provide extra happiness. So we're looking for any mercantile state that has that little icon next to it. So we start at the top. Mogadishu, you give extra food. Laventa, you give extra faith. Kathmandu, extra faith. And you were the only one. Great. We do want to do the money ones though, because they do provide the most benefit. I think faith doesn't really give us much. I'm going to try and find one that's not aligned with anyone else, so we don't piss off our allies. But we could, no, Mogadishu's aligned to Laventa. Mogadishu ultimately is probably the better choice because it provides extra food so our cities can grow once the happiness stuff is resolved. And honestly, most of the happiness problems are down to the faction that we have. The ideology, rather. So yeah, I'm going to steal you away. Sorry, Portugal. 87, we get 105, boom. And we've supplanted them as their ally. Cool. And yes, if we click on this one, and then culture victory, we can see dissidents minus 24. That's gone down from minus 14. It's gone down from minus 24 to 14, and it should continue to improve because we are producing a lot more tourism now, particularly than autocracy. Cool. Promoting units. We're going to give you a bonus against units in rough terrain, because we tend to use the ranged units to root enemies out of rough terrain if we can. And we're just going to have you kind of moving down here, ready to assist when we move forwards. We'll have you guys basically just start heading towards Spain. Because that is where the next war will be. We did promise that we would assist our Danish friends in a war down there. So that's the direction we need to move in. We need to move a bit closer, heal. You do too. You already seem to be healing. Mecca, is Mecca fully developed? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Mecca is already fully developed. We didn't burn any stuff, so I don't think we need to worry about it too much. We could, however, build a road between Mecca and Medina. Is that really worthwhile? I don't think so. Plus, there's a spot there that could be developed. So we'll move you over that way. Where are you? You were in town. We'll leave you in town to heal up. And we'll send you off, and we'll have you heal up. Marvellous. And you are pretty much done exploring. So we're going to send you back to friendly territory, so we can turn you into an ironclad. I think that's a pretty good idea, and we'll leave you there to fortify. You are rebuilding the improvements. You could actually... you know what? I could be using my ships to bombard that guy. I need to move in a bit closer. Bombardment! And my ships are amazing at bombarding land units, as you can see from that. And then we can go and grab our lancers to finish them off. Oh. You finished them already. Ha! One-shotted. Cool. And let's have our admiral just kind of sitting here. In fact, we could have the admiral shipping over to Spain as well. In fact, we'll send him along with the admiral. Okay, you are building stuff up here. I think everything is actually now restored. right? No, that road is still pillaged. Why can't I repair the roads? I can. It's just not telling me that I can. Cool. And you are also good to sail off. Marvellous. We made peace with a bunch of miners. Someone reached another tech level. Harold's modern. We're still a ways off of modern. Ideology. Denmark has adopted autocracy. That is not the same as me. That's going to put us at odds. Shame on you, Denmark. Thankfully, they also don't produce that much culture. Sorry, tourism. We could do with doing more tourism, though. Maybe we should try and get archaeology so we can start doing the relic cane. We are a little bit behind on that, so we're going to get this, and then archaeology. And then we're going to head towards combustion and electronics. I have another merchant of Venice. Right, I do have a second one too, don't I? I don't think I particularly want to use them right now, though. Because my happiness is such a problem that I don't really want to expand. Portugal is the ally of Vatican. Vancouver wants trade. Mombasa wants faith. Zurich is forcing them to pay money. Sorry, Denmark forced Zurich to pay. Denmark is autocracy. Panama is looking for money. There's another one that wants money. Although we should also be spending money on trade routes. So let's think about that as well. Trade routes available, sort by money. Venice to Seville, can't do because we'll be at war with them. Jakarta to Copenhagen, however, we can. And would be a little bit dangerous, but not like completely. Because it will go off this side rather than this side. So let's look into purchasing a cargo ship in Jakarta. Ooh, we can actually buy two. Awesome. Where would the next spot be? Venice to... Nope. Nope. Bratislava to Copenhagen. Copenhagen's worth quite a lot of money. Purchase cargo ship. Let's get our money going again, shall we? And with that money we can buy colosseums and stuff. Sounds like a good plan to me. Right, let's continue heading over this way, particularly to protect our new trade routes. We are going to lose a couple of routes, unfortunately, when war breaks out. We must only have like 3 or 4 turns left. Good to see Denmark's going in completely the wrong direction. Seeing their ships facing that way. Oh, who's this? This is my frigate who did excellent bombardment work. We're going to leave you here. You guys continue moving up. Now it should be explained that ironclads move 4 squares, but they actually move, sorry, hexes, but they move double in shallow waters. They can actually move 8. So they're very, very quick in shallows. I'd like you to be repaired, actually. Move you down to there. The other thing that we can do is, where's the trade thingy? Conduct a trade mission, which does actually get increased value because we are Venice. We could do a trade mission like Tyre or La Venta. Where would the furthest away be? I think probably Hanoi. 8 turns away. Be a bit dangerous though if we're going to war. You know what? No. Of course you move. I don't want you to move. Right, where was he? Bratislava? Yeah. Don't move. Right, you are healed up. So let's have you head off. You're ready to launch. And I think we are good to go. Right, so while that's loading, let's talk about Civ 6. In the end of the 1-hour dev session that they did, where they were playing as... I've totally forgotten already. Who were they playing as in the beginning? No, it's gone. They played as Congo in the second bit. Who on earth did they play with in the beginning? Huh. Crikey. That's a really poor memory.
Wars may be fought with weapons, but they are what?
Anyway, yes, so in the Congo part of the dev session, they talked a bit more about how the Congo works, but I've gone over that pretty solidly in a previous episode. They did explain, however, that neighborhoods have an interesting mechanic. Basically, every tile in the game has an attractiveness rating, and that's usually determined by like if they're on a river, if they have mountains in the background, whether there's a national park nearby. That's a city project, I guess. That all determines how attractive a hex is, and the more attractive a hex is, the more housing benefit you get from a neighborhood amenity. So for example, if we put a house here, then it'd probably do quite well because it's got mountains there, it's got a river here, but it's also next to a manufactory, which is probably less good. Or up here would probably be another fairly decent spot. It loses attractiveness in jungles, and I think maybe forests, but the Congo speciality is their district replacement, unique district, I've totally forgotten what it's called, ignores attractiveness. It always gives you 5 housing, which is roughly the same as attractiveness 2, and I think it's a scale of -5 to +5 from what I saw. So it's a pretty decent spot, and you can place them anywhere. So you could stick that in the middle of the jungle, and in fact in jungles they get bonus. So you want to do that. So yeah, that was kind of interesting how neighborhoods differ. So it becomes even more strategic in just how the cities are built, particularly when you're considering where all the districts have to go, the adjacencies for districts, the fact that one does take up a tile, everything kind of factors into that, and then where you build your mines and your farms and all that type of thing. It's kind of cool. And then yeah, the victory conditions, but I will talk about that in a minute. Move you guys up. Stick you in here just to heal up. You have done your job. You may stay there. You are still repairing. You are going back into Bratislava. Cargo ship. Let's sort this by highest gold, which I believe will be Copenhagen. It is. Off you go. And you are still heading over this way. Fleet should be more or less in position by the time this war breaks out. I don't know whether Denmark will still want it. We said we'd take 10 turns to repair. I'm kind of waiting to see Denmark declare this war. I wonder if it actually says anywhere how long I said until I would declare.
He'll die.
No. Diplomacy overview, deal history. Yeah, it must be this one. I have no idea. Like, are we going to war?
He'll die.
Whoops, no, not demand. Discuss. Nope. Don't know. It might tick them off if we don't do it. But I don't know what their plan is exactly. Right, so we can build another trade route, so let's do that. We can build it to Medan to Copenhagen. Where is Medan? It's up here. That's Medina. Where's Medan? I've totally forgotten. There it is. Ooh, that's in a bit of a dangerous spot though, because that will definitely come through this way, and that's straight past Spain, which I don't particularly want. So no, I'm not doing that one. Ragusa to Athens though, that one sounds a lot safer. In fact, that could be one of the safest routes in the game. Cargo ship. Cool. And then the other thing, of course, is I am building the international games. Project is 21% complete. Last time I think it was 200 and something hammers. It is going rather quickly, but I think we are contributing rather a lot as well, because we have a lot of cities dedicated to it. Plus, of course, our production output is mental, particularly Venice's. In fact, we are first in everything except approval in soldiers. Nice. And once we have the economy back in order, we'll start focusing on soldiers once again and start thinking about where the next war will be. But for the time being, We won't. Right. I'm going to say that you repaired that. You have. Let's repair that as well. Next turn. Marvellous. So yeah, victory conditions. First one, of course, is score. That one's fairly simple. It's whoever has the highest score after 500 turns. Bog standard. Next one is domination, which they didn't actually talk about at all, but I'm going to assume it's still controlling capitals of every other nation. So once you control the capital of every other nation, you win. Then we have, I'm kind of going in order of how interesting they sound, culture. That one works relatively similarly to how it currently works. So basically you need to have tourism that eclipses other people's culture, except it's not eclipsing their culture. It's basically every civilization has a tourism pool, and that is usually called domestic tourists. And then the goal of tourism points are to pull away these domestic tourists and make them visiting tourists. And what you need to do is try and get every other civilization to send you a certain number of visiting tourists, and that's how you win the cultural victory. So basically the more attractive your civilization is to visit, particularly when it overrides that of the other civilizations around the world, you win. On sailing. You could do with upgrade, but still need more trade routes. Ragusa Seville, Ragusa Athens, that's the one we're doing. Venice to Porto, I think that's another fairly safe one. Yeah, it should be. Purchase. Cargo ship. And now we're producing enough money every turn to actually produce or buy a cargo ship every turn, which is awesome. Right. We are basically on the border with them now, which is nice. Need to be careful of that frigate, that's one of our long range ones. Do not want to lose those. Definitely, definitely, definitely. They're extremely valuable. Keep on moving. Hopefully we don't live to regret leaving our admiral out here behind everyone else. We could really do with the ability that allows admirals to move faster. Which we could potentially get. Which one is it? That one. Great admirals give +2 movement and we generate them more quickly. Just stay there. Are we done developing everything? I think we are. Medina has them on the way. You're not actually my city. That's all done and you have got workers over there. You are already butting up against them. 1, 2, 3. You can't actually reach that, plus you have a worker anyway. Makassar has several spots that could do with improvement. So do you. And so do you. Alright, so we've built the lumber mill there. We can build a mine over here. Cargo ship. You are going to go to Athens. Money, money, money. And this is our other long-range frigate. And the privateer is ready as well. Cool. Off we go. 65% complete. And we've contributed 1,000. There is a way of working out precisely how much you require, but I don't remember how much it is. It's usually about 2,000, I think, 2,500. So us being 65% of the 1,000 done is pretty good. Maria has entered the modern age. I'm still a ways behind. Although we are filling out industrial pretty well. We can get artillery, which gives us the range 3 artillery, which is very nice. And then we're getting railroad, which will be our first modern tech. Not that railroads are that important in this game, because it's all islands, with the possible exception of Washington. Several countries are starving. Oh well. Let's keep moving you. Let's have you come over here. Trying to basically connect these guys up with the main fleet that's heading in over this way. crossbows. Just continue moving towards them. Right, actually, we should probably be in here. The most effective assault. We'll need to leave some ships behind to defend, and in fact, you can be one of them. So can you. So can you. And these guys could probably land up here fairly safely. Alright, that's all of them moved. Fortify, fortify, fortify. You have repaired that successfully. Marvellous. I think you're basically done. Let's just fortify you. And our riflemen are on their way. Jolly good. Mecca's taking a while to rebuild. 13 more turns of resistance. Come on, Denmark, are you going to tell me when we're ready to attack or not? Oh, I need another cargo ship. While I'm thinking of that, Wellington to Copenhagen, Medan to Copenhagen, Bratislava to Copenhagen, Wellington's up here to Copenhagen. Yep, that I think would be safe. Cargo ship. And we have a new policy. I think we're going to get entrepreneurship, which means we will get our great merchants even more quickly, and we get double gold from great merchant trade mission. So it's rather a good thing we hadn't actually done that yet. And then next we will get the +2 happiness from every luxury, which is going to be huge for us. And then we can probably go down more of the exploration route, particularly to get this lovely treasure fleets. So yeah, next will be +2 happiness and +1 gold from every trading post, though we don't actually have many, if any, of those. So not that important. Repairs continue. Go to mine. Cargo ship, you were going to Porto? Yeah, that sounds right. Off you go. We must have a lot of outgoings. 253 in building maintenance. We send 49 to other civs. Right, that was because of the bribe that we sent Maria to attack, so that will give us a nice chunk of money back, actually, when that finishes. Portugal is freedom. Damn it. Need more order. Who was that? Someone's fighting Greece. Ah. Harold is declared on Alexander. Not on Maria. No, sorry, not Maria. Isabella. Huh. And there we go. We have discovered a whole boatload of antiquity sites. Good. Now the problem with this is you cannot actually purchase archaeologists. You have to build them. So I think we're going to add a whole bunch of archaeologists to the queue, because the only city that we can get that can build archaeologists is Venice. And you will be working on that fairly solidly for quite a long time. Right, Lisbon was your previous route. I think that's totally fine. Continue. And we can build another one. And -19, it's because of our tourism problems. Jakarta to Seville. Jakarta to New York. Oh no, sorry. Wellington to Copenhagen. It's the one we already got. Medan to Copenhagen. Bratislava to Copenhagen. That would be better. Let's purchase another cargo ship here. And center on you. You are sailing in this direction. Let us continue that. Wellington, Copenhagen, go. Horses to Harold, coal to Harold, gold to Harold, nutmeg to Harold, coal, gold. Right, yeah, that's all those ended. Damn it. It's annoying that they're all going different ideologies. I mean, Greece or Spain has to go order, I think. I really hope it's Greece, because then we'll have loads of tourism between us. Yeah, we're getting loads of unhappiness, well, from everyone really. Preferred ideology is autocracy, so we could fix a lot of our problems if we switch to autocracy, but I don't want to. I like the one that we have. Not least because we've actually invested a fair amount into it. Alright, let's continue moving these guys around. Let's just stick you here for the time being. Staying far enough away from Isabella so that she can't accuse me of warmongering. And yet that totally is what I'm doing. You're a short range. You're a mid-range. Oh, you were the long-range one. Whoops. Wasn't going to move you. Never mind. No, wrong way. Going this way. And then a whole bunch of antiquity sites. I kind of wish there were an easier way of seeing them later on, but we're just going to have to click through all of those. Cannot steal text from America because we have eclipsed them. Really? I'm kind of surprised by that. Alright, let's move you to Porto then. Have a look around there. You always want to order this by population because generally the potential is dependent on the size of the city. So you'll look here, like Venice, bigger city, massive potential. Mecca's in resistance, so it probably doesn't have any. Right, let's fortify, let's fortify. Move you down there, move you here, move you here. Next turn. Okay, so where were we? Civ 5 things. Alright, okay, religion, victory. You have to have founded a religion for this one to work. So, for example, Congo cannot actually achieve a religious victory because they can never found a religion as part of their speciality. And Congo are at kind of an interesting dilemma because they want to build up the religion that they are belonging to, but doing so could also risk that civilization winning rather than them. The reason they want to build it up is because Congo's civilization bonus is that they get the founding beliefs of the religion that they are predominantly adhere to, and usually the founder bonuses are dependent on how big and strong the religion actually is. Oh man, I thrashed them. Awesome, that does help. So, athletes representing civilizations from around the world have gathered to compete in feats of strength, skill, and grace. As the world watches, civilizations rise to glory with each medal earned in the international games. This project requires a total of 3,800 production. Okay, I was totally off on that. Higher contributions mean more rewards. If you get a gold thing, only one civ can get that. Double tourism for 20 turns, and you get a free social policy. So that is really, really strong for us because we're going to need that extra tourism so we can fend off the enemy tourist stuff. We get 3 happiness and a one-time increase of 30 influence with all city-states. That's if you get silver, and that's if you complete at least 400. So gold is only for the highest contributor, that was us, though America was actually fairly close. And then second is if you won medals, so 400 production. 3 of us got that, me, Washington, Maria. Then the Parade of Nations, which is a further 3 happiness, so you get 6 total, if you've contributed at least 241. It's actually a really nice one to have. Okay, cool. So we are now at plus 6 happiness. I'm going to guess that's because... Oh no, we're still at minus 28. Something just gave us a boatload of happiness. I was expecting to only get 6. Don't know. But we are about to get a whole boatload more because we're about to get plus 2 happiness from every luxury. And that goes up to 32. And I just got an achievement. I don't usually get achievements in this. Fully explore the commerce policy track. I know I've done that one before. That was a bit weird. So yeah, commerce is complete. We get plus 2 happiness from all luxuries, and we have a lot of luxuries, hence all the happiness. and also more gold from trading posts, but we don't really do that. That is awesome. I really like that. We're up to plus 32 happiness, so once again our civilization can grow huge. Cool. And all the civs really like us now. So I do kind of wish that we had a bit more money. Oh, are we in a golden age? Is that the other thing that's happened? Kind of suspect it is, yeah, I think it is. Right, so we're now friends with all city-states. Though that will probably disappear next turn. In fact, that's why we're getting all the happiness, because we just became friends with a load of city-states. And we completed the international games. Go us! Yay! Let's continue sailing over towards this area. And basically position ourselves for another war. You're the long-range ship. Go here. Go here. You can come up here. We'll just leave those fortified. And you need to continue going south. Why are you able to move 5? Oh, they all can. What do we get that allows you to move 5? We must have got something that increases... Oh, faster embark movement. That would be steam power. No, we had that already. Why can they suddenly move 5? I honestly don't know. Barcelona will be fairly easy to take because it has a lot of different angles of attack. Actually, we should have left some privateers over on that side. We'll grab you and put you back over there. Four frigates, 1, 2. We only actually have 2 down here. Another one on the way in. We may need to bring these frigates up because we just don't have enough of them otherwise. I'd also like to protect Venice though. Nope, we'll leave it. Okay, you have finished repairing that. Marvellous. Come over here and repair these. In fact, just noticed that needs repairing. Jakarta. Aha, another frigate. You can stay over on this side. Let's fortify you. And have these guys zooming over. And they move quickly now. Lovely. And we do need to get another trade post. Let's just leave you here for the moment so we're not ticking Mombasa off by passing through. You can build a mine. You can upgrade. And... wrong button. That one. We can get another trade route in. Jakarta to New York, potentially, if we were thinking about that. Jakarta, Seville, Madrid. I mean, it could well be that suddenly Spain becomes another Order Civ. And we suddenly don't want to kill them. Or Greece does, and we want to defend them against Denmark. I mean, I actually kind of like the way that your priorities can change depending on how the ideologies go. It really does mix up the politics in the game. Anyway, this episode is basically done, but I still need to talk about the science victory, which just sounds pretty cool. Much the same as Civ 5, you have different milestones that you need to build, but you're not actually building a spaceship as far as I can tell, though you might be, I don't really know. First of all, the first milestone you need to achieve is you need to build a satellite. And if that functions the same as it currently does, that will also allow you to see the entire map. So it's kind of an interesting double whammy there. Secondly, you need to successfully land on the moon. So the moon landing milestone. And then thirdly, you need a Martian colony. And that's when you start playing Beyond Earth. Anyway, yeah, that's it for now. So thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you have not done so already, please do consider subscribing as well. If you have any tips or advice for me, then please do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.